We'll end up
All right,
like
we're live.
Got it. We'll end up like Mauser. It's not showing on here.
I need.
There it goes.
We're live. I know I'm trying to pull up. I should have done this firsthand. Bart was distracted me. I need to pop out the chat.
Yep.
Oh, there it is right there. Go back.
Chat as well.
Go there.
Pop
we
chat.
are picking. We did not hardwire in.
Oh.
We need to do that. One thing we forgot, we are rusty.
Yep.
Crusty
with the live. Rusty and crusty, baby. It won't even do the pop out.
Everything working. Volume, video.
There goes the pop out.
Gregor is tuning in. Gary Ziak, Josh Maga, Jesse Peterson, Society Dweller, Minnows Multi-Mission, West Jolly, Scott Jondro.
You're showing more than me. There they are. They're popping in.
Puffs and Drams.
As I'm tasting 3 Irish whiskey for Advent. Way to go, Wes. I want that to be bigger. You can see a little bit of my laptop on there. And this is my mini-me.
Yeah,
just filmed the shot.
That's it.
We even had similar hats on. I said to hats.
All right.
To hats.
I just pulled this up. JTS Brown, bottom shelf, bourbon.
Yes.
That's not what it's called.
No,
that's what we
call it.
Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey.
Call it bottom shelf bourbon.
And it only come to mind because of Beagle Rare.
Yes.
And our ADHD infinity bottle that we have going.
Antonio C., first time here live. Cheers, guys. Try and Glen Monarch 28. Wow.
Included in the ADHD Beagle Rare Infinity bottle is Bourbon Lens, a podcaster, Bourbon Lens, like a camera lens. They just recently called this, the JTS Brown, Best Bourbon for the Money 2019.
I would have said Best Bourbon for the Buck. Would have been better alliteration.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Frank Lambert says, "What are you drinking, dummy?" So I held this up, moved it close to the camera, and then brought it back. That was for Frank.
Bart has the new Black Glass Glencairn. We will use these for blind tastings.
He scored a bunch of these blind tastings, and then Colorless Blue Things should like that.
Colorless Blue Things should like the Blue Glass Copita.
Copita.
Since we were ordering from Scotland.
This is how you know your whiskey's fresh.
The plastic cap twist off.
Plastic cap twist break.
So anyway, I'd ordered. I got a few of the Black Glass Glencairns.
Yes,
I ordered some of the Blue Glass Copitas.
Good move.
I like the look.
You do.
And really, I think these could probably a little bit more.
Oh, more. They look very 1970.
But I think and they do sell the Blue Glass Glencairn.
That's a lot. I'm not sure you can tell how much I poured.
I think
it's blue.
I think for a blind tasting, I think this would suffice.
If
you could not get the Black Glass,
right?
I think the Blue Glass.
Well, here it's like a black hole. You can't see nothing. You get a glint. You get a shimmer of liquid in there. But here, you can't judge anything by color. You can see a little bit better though on what your liquid level is. Liquid level shows up, whereas here you can't even tell liquid level. You like how I keep saying liquid level?
I do.
Okay, you weren't commenting, so I said it liquid level several times.
Lovely
liquid
level. Puffs and Drams is tuning in. Ben Demon Hunter, McAllen Fine and Rare, Andrew Spurrell, Neil Bloor.
Brendan Allen says, "Hey, dummies."
Christine Daisy, Antonio C, Colorless Blue Things.
Ooh, Josh Maga says, "My first live," also with a double exclamation point. It's his first live.
Good.
Sweet.
Gregor, I mentioned Minnows Multi-Mission.
Kirk, you're in line with Scott.
Why?
He says he's only listening because football's on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bollinger.
Yeah.
Did I say it right?
I did not. I didn't want to do the live. Well, I didn't want to do the live. I said, we'll knock out the.
Well, we had a foobar.
Yes.
We filmed 4 episodes. We had a green light on our audio, but it turned out the little audio thing wasn't plugged in all the way. So we shot 4 things last week dead audible. Great eyebrow raising, a lot of deadpanning to the camera. It looked hilarious. Couldn't hear a word. So we had to reshoot it. That's what we just did. And then I said, let's go live. And he's like, football's on. I'm like, who watches that? So here we go. Chris Banks, Wildlife. We love it, Banks. We love it. I got your book. Let's see. Hold on. I lost it. Hi, guys. Hope you are both well. Glad you have got my beard style. Yeah, we're copying. We call this the beard, the Banks beard. That's what we call it. A lot of noise upstairs. What's going on?
There was. I did not hear.
It's like the moving companies moving stuff out of my house while we're alive.
Well, maybe you do. Maybe she's moving out. Terry Stevenson is tuning in. Kirk Bollinger, I think we said. Whiskey Lover. We need to get back to our Sunday live. So
yeah,
we were doing them Sunday afternoon, Sunday evenings. We fell out of the habit. We need to get back to it. We were filming. We had gotten together. We shot 4 reviews. The mic was not plugged in. They were muted. We had to reshoot them. We were here. We just done that.
Right. We just finished with the Craigellachie 23. I'm going to tell you, I didn't mind reshooting that.
Yeah, I'm sure
it was your bottle.
Yeah, I know.
I was like, bring it over. We took a hit on it the first time. What the heck's going on? It's like there's a moving truck.
The Monroe Doctrine. He picked up a Thomas H. Handy.
Ooh, the Monroe Doctrine.
At retail, he says, whiskey gods have spoken. I would agree if you found that at any BTAC edition at retail anymore.
Yeah.
Bow down, basically.
Wow. Scott Jondro says matching shirts. That's cute. Yeah, I made him wear it.
He did.
I bought it. I said, you got to wear it. He was resistant, but we just filmed a show with it. Craigellachie.
I can guarantee I'd never wear it in public.
Me neither. Unless I'm at Bonaccord in Glasgow, Scotland, as I talk with my mouth full.
Speaking of, Daniel Vermoss is tuning in.
Woo! We got to meet Daniel. Daniel's a big fella.
He's very tall.
He's tall and big. He's a big fella.
Bushcrafter 791. So we do have Bart just got a laptop as well. I told him now he can tune in to the comments on his own.
Yes.
So I've got mine.
You know, it's weird. My battery's dying and I had it fully charged and I haven't messed around with it. Apparently it doesn't just sit and rest well. I know. I know. We'll see how long that holds.
But you got the video running though too in the background right now. Go pause it, maybe.
Well, we're fine. If it dies, all I'm doing is watching comments. It's not like we're running the live through. Thank you.
Quick.
Patreon helped me buy this for the show because I'm going to try to do my lives with the set in the background rather than my boring office, which oftentimes shows shipping boxes and board games. Do not mind the board games.
McAllen Fine and Rare asks, did Scotch prices in shops already increase in the U.S. based on the 25% tariffs?
Not yet. A lot of them
I think they have. No, I was shopping this weekend.
Recently?
Yeah.
You think they bumped?
Yes.
I just saw a deal on the Ardbeg 10, and I almost went and grabbed some more because it was only $45.
For the most part, I saw several scotches that were higher than they have been in the past. Yes.
Daniel says, just a little short on you, Bart. Bam.
Did we get any retail scores this bourbon season? Nope.
No, you're the scorer anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I love?
Well, and I'm a little disheartened, actually.
You're disheartened?
Yeah.
Really?
That our shop isn't even, apparently we don't spend enough at our shop that we even get included in allocated bottles now. Really?
You're out?
Yeah.
You were in. Cooper called you Scotty.
Somewhat.
Goodness.
The problem is that they can sell these bottles for $500, say. We're not willing to pay that.
Nope.
They and granted, there's a lot of whiskey out there, even if you don't get everything. I can still go
into. They had a meeting and they're like, "Who cares? Don't give the dummies anything."
Yeah, honestly.
Really? Dang.
Yeah, we've been. There's been several allocated bottles. Lately I know that they've gotten. They haven't even offered me.
Holy moly!
Yeah, no.
You were in tight.
Well,
not so much.
No, I think I still am, but it's just they're being a little greedy and they're selling stuff for more money.
Okay.
I know. So,
Ben Demon Hunter says, not a manga fan, but Bart, your shirt's a phenomenal.
Might be shopping for a new liquor store.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Someone that appreciates our business.
Well, what about the guy on Central and Maze? He's got a good deal.
Yeah.
Wow, that's sad.
I know. I mean, it's not that it comes down to that, but it's kind of like, wow, you'd rather make $300 on a bottle and keep our business.
Right.
All right.
Okay.
JTS Brown. So the Bourbon Lands had just named this their podcast, the Bourbon Lands, best
Bottom shelf.
Best bottom shelf.
It is good.
What'd they say?
Kentucky's finest, J.T.S. Brown. A lot of dots.
What was the other bot? We just did another half
McKenna.
Gallon. I think it might be better.
It's a little more oaky. I got to admit, this is pretty good.
It's not bad. It's not offensive by any means.
No, not at all. This is from Bardstown, too. Established 1855, 40% ABV, straight bourbon whiskey. That's flavorful. That's good. $20. We wrote it on here twice in case we weren't sure.
That's you. You wrote it on there.
Yeah, I know. I think we were checking my because I believe that's your.
Oh, that's not me. I didn't write
Scout.
that.
I think that's Whiskey Scout.
Oh, that could be.
Because I was showing you that's not how I do my dollar signs. Oh, there was a comment I wanted to read off here. Wes Jolly says something's 125. Don't even know what he's talking about, but I like saying Wes Jolly. Makes me feel good inside. Antonio C, Manga, and W. Again, I'm way offline here, not reading. What'd you put up? Oh, you're putting up handles. Handles are coming up.
Bart said stocking up.
I got my handles, baby.
Well, I was kind of looking for bottom shelf.
There, you got to get
bourbons
that right.
That you've got.
These are my handles. Hold on, I should have grabbed that wild turkey.
101?
Yeah, there's a wild turkey.
Really...
It's a bourbon. Grab that wild turkey bourbon.
Okay, back there. There's 81. Yeah, 101.
Yeah.
That was going to kill it.
Come on. Bring it up.
Well, you got Maker's Mark, too.
Yeah, that's there. Bring up the handles.
I was thinking I was looking for bottom shelf.
On screen? That's on screen. Well, these are, look at how dusty that is.
101 isn't bottom shelf.
Well,
and neither is Maker's Mark.
I think I still got a deal.
Well, yeah.
It's dusty, though. What are you doing?
Looking for others.
There ain't all my handles are over there. That's my handle section.
I'm looking for other bottom shelf bourbon.
Well,
might not be in
the Kentucky Deluxe is gone.
Oh my God!
What happened over there somewhere? I drank it on a Thursday.
Yeah,
a Kentucky Deluxe Thursday is what I call it. Actually, I think it's back there somewhere. I might have broke it out and just said, you know what, we got to make that go away. There it is. The Kentucky, I like to call it Kentucky. The Kentucky Deluxe lives on. That's got to go forefront right there. You cannot be without some Kentucky Deluxe. Let's see what's going on in the comments here. Greetings from snowy Maine. Man, I love Maine. Straight out of high school, I worked on a small cruise line. During the summer, we would go north. And boy, we went north from Baltimore, and Bar Harbor, Maine was unbelievable. I know it's touristy, but God, I loved it. And they had a fudge place there. Phenomenal. 22-foot tidal changes. What part of Maine are you from? Throw that in there. Let's see. Daniel's popping in. Sorry, that's to everybody else. John Belushi, happy holidays, gents. JTS Brown is HH bottled in bond. Nice.
Heaven Hill bottled in bond. Right. This isn't the bottle. You have one down there, but it's unopened.
Yes, it's unopened.
The 6-year.
Yeah.
You don't have one that's open somewhere?
I do not. I
see Aqua Vitae is tuning in. Wants to know if I lost a bet because of the shirt.
Yeah, well, we did it with 23-year-old Craig Galicki, and we had matching hats there, too. He looked like a good, you got to admit it looked good. It was visual whimsy times two.
I've been trying. Roy, some point, hang out. That's all I'm going to say. Been trying to.
Yeah.
John Belushi seen it. The Old Age State 12-year Elijah Craig. Yep.
Oh, my God.
Half
that's
gallon.
A good one.
Yeah, you about drained that one.
I have to step away from it.
I think I need to pour some of that one. Matter of fact,
You
just
feel
to see.
free. I've had enough of your 23-year-old Craig Gellicke. What are you cracking?
No, the JTS. I got JTS.
There you go. Oh, no, I don't know if you can pour back into that. It's a special cap. Oh my God. It's the one that controls the pour. You will love the 12-year Elijah Craig. God, I wish they still did it. I just self-segregate. Let's see. What do we got? DJ Beacon. Are some of those plastic bottles or even glass? Sure. Glass, plastic, JTS, plastic. All right, glass. Everything else is glass. We got 2 plastic.
JTS Brown and the Heaven Hill.
Me tapping it makes
Bourbon.
it better. The Heaven Hill. Yeah, I had to have some handles. You never know if the apocalypse happens. Then you got to have some. Hello, heavy pour.
That was light.
Just kidding. Mm-hmm.
Oh, Doc, we do remember about said that. Sorry about that.
Sure.
McAllen Fine and Rare.
ECB
we did meet.
Is 12 years. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, the barrel proof is still labeled
Right.
12 year.
The deal is that's the regular Elijah Craig that's 12 years. And the handle. Hello. This is the last one in the area. Whiskey Scout found me that.
Yeah, that's very nice, actually.
Yeah, it is.
It's been a while.
Yeah, you compare that to a regular and you can tell the difference in the.
I still have a sealed bottle of that at home, at half a gallon.
What?
Yeah.
Where?
Yeah.
Where's it at? Brandon Knight says, hi, everyone. Everybody say hi to Brandon. He needs like everybody just going, hey, Brandon. Hey, BB. I don't know if it'd be BB. It'd be BK. Let's see. John Belushi, and it mellows so nicely over time. Boy, does it. It's
the Evan Williams bottle and bond.
Oh, they all do.
Great budget handle, he says, and it mellows nicely over time.
It does. Where is it? This one? Oh, that one.
White is the bottle and bond.
Thank you. Good point. It's a good one.
That black's got a lot of dust
put
on
them
it.
next. It does. Dusty.
I don't know what the half gallons of that are going for here. What I need to do, just grab another glass and pour a little bit of the McKenna.
Okay, that's very oaky.
I think it's
a little more oaky.
After sampling the JTS Brown, I think
this black
even
glass,
a little
I
bit
literally
better.
can't tell how much is in there. I feel like it's bottomless.
Yeah, those will be really good for our blind shootouts. They'll be perfect.
So for Christmas, you need handles. Get them in.
You got JTS Brown still?
Yes, it's good. Tasty. Got a little bit of wood note at the finish. There's no
they're actually
the bottles. Still see them shirts.
They're pretty close. I'm giving an extra point to the McKenna. It is just a little bit more spice, a little bit more punch. Yeah. Pretty close though. 40%ers.
That's good. Hold on, we need to use a Copita from SMWS.
It's not a Copita. That's something else. They call
it's
it.
Close. So look at it. Look.
Yeah. It's got a different stem. It's a little narrower or a little thicker down.
Pretty darn. That looks Copita-ish to me. What do you want me to put in here sample-wise? What do you want?
What did you've got McKenna?
Yep. We've got the JTS. What else you want? Makers? Nah, Makers.
Do the Evan Williams black.
All right. Whew, that's heavy.
Hate to have some of these
Hold
others.
on, this one hasn't been open.
What's Evan Williams black label? Are you worried about being collectors? Yeah.
You never know when it's going to get allocated. Look at that. Makes noise even. Bloop. Bloop. Wake up.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they're for the price range, most of these are in.
They removed the handle. Yeah, I know. It's just big. They saved on some glass. Smells great.
But I've got the Elijah Craig, the old 12-year small batch.
Ooh, that is good. We could almost do blind with the handle. We can do a handle blind. Got to take out the 12-year EC though.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the Evan Williams Black is good.
Woo! Gosh, darn that.
Henry McKenna's good.
Wow. 101 is 30.
It shows you there's some good.
Very good. You don't need to go crazy. That's all
whiskey
we're saying.
bourbons out there.
Right. Yeah. You do not need to go crazy.
I did just pick up, I found my first Rebel Yell 10-year single barrel.
Really?
Yeah. Very good. Very good.
Let's see. What's the John Belushi 99 retail? I missed what he was saying now.
Just talking B-Tax. Someone had asked if B-Tax were in half gallons. And I wish B-Tax came in half gallons, and I wish we could get them. B-Tax are $750. He says $99 retail is what retail is on B-Tax, and people are selling those things for $600, $700, $800. That is crazy. And John
$50 range bourbon.
John Belushi says that's an older handle of the 101. Yeah, there's a little bit of dust on it.
Yeah, it's been there a bit.
I
like the 101 a lot. I do not like the 81 so much. Wow.
Okay, so what was the other one? Favorite $50 range bourbon?
50.
Favorite $50
I don't even know
range.
if I can tag it at 50.
There's a few.
Look,
we did just review. It'll be posting the Knob Creek quarter cask, which was pretty decent. That's in the $50 range. Four Roses. If you go with the Four Roses, not the small batch, but they do the single barrels. Not the ones with the individual recipes.
All the codes
just
that I can't figure
the Four
out.
Roses small batch. It's $50 range.
Okay,
that would probably be
a little bit more of a floral.
That would. It depends. Yeah, it depends. Yeah.
Right.
For a $50 range, though, that one would probably be up there. Just the Knob Creek single barrel or any of the cast strength Knob Creeks are in that range.
Knob Creek's phenomenal. I really, really do like Knob Creek. So I'll agree with you there 100%. So this is the Evan Williams Black. What's this? Oh, this is a McKenna.
Yeah, they're sitting by the bottle.
Right. That.
Well, yeah.
I know. The Elijah Craig 12, which is what you used to be able to get for what, 30, 35 bucks? I think is what that was. Unbelievable.
Well, and John Belushi picks out the Henry McKenna 10-year bottle and bond. You can still find that one just under 50. Most places have marked it up. It should be in the $30 range. You can still find it for $45 to $50. That's a darn good one. It's a single barrel. It depends on which barrel you find. The last couple I've had have been really good. Well worth it.
But this also tells you can get phenomenal bourbon for a really good price in volume.
Yeah.
And I'm not kidding. None of these will make you go, ugh. I mean, phenomenal. Again, take the 12-year out. I know that's a whole different thing now. It used to be part of the norm. Wish it still was, but hey, with popularity comes an increase in price and a lessening in age. Have a few that were 25.
Tove Thomas is asking about or commenting about. He says he knows it's a Scotch question, but have you noticed that the Abelauer Abuna is starting to disappear after the Alba came out? I haven't seen the Alba yet. I still see the Abuna here on the shelves, and hopefully they're not getting rid of the Abuna. That is just a stellar whiskey, a staple. It should be. Everybody should have a bottle of it. Now, I haven't got to try the Alba yet, which I know is just bourbon cask compared to the sherry cask.
Yes. But
yeah, I hope they're not decreasing or getting rid of the Abuna altogether.
Ashworth says the last Buffalo Trace handle he saw was 47.
For Buffalo Trace, I don't know if I see Buffalo Trace. We still get the 750s all over.
I don't know if
I've seen a half. Yeah. Go back up a little bit to Wes Jolly's comment. Best mixer bourbon for whiskey sours, in your opinion? Daughter's getting married and is having whiskey sours at the wedding. I think any of these, if you can find them, and we haven't cracked that one yet, the Heaven Hill, but you've got the JTS Brown, you've got the Henry McKenna, you've got the Evan Williams Black. Any of those are going to be good for mixing.
It's
really,
cracked. It's cracked.
Oh, let's pour a little bit of it.
Yeah. I was going to say,
you had JTS Brown in this one. I don't know if you had any left.
Yeah, put some more. But it's hard to tell. Black.
You say you did put some more?
No, put some more JTS in there. I don't know.
That might be our next blind bourbon shootout.
We should.
These bottom shelf handles.
That would be a great idea. People would line up.
And these are all $20
put them in brown
or
paper
less.
bags.
When we reviewed the McKenna, that was the one you picked up in Oklahoma City. Mm-hmm. You thought it was like $16 or $18 or something like that. The Evan Williams, I mean, I know the 750 around here is like $12 to $13, I want to say. So you're probably getting into the Evan Williams Black Label around $25 for a half gallon. The Evan Williams bottle in Bond would be a little bit higher.
Well, after we reviewed it, I went out and bought them.
Yeah.
Because I was like, wow, great price. Let's see. Yep. E.T. Smith. Luckily, I prefer Scotch, so I don't have to overpay for some American whiskeys. I prefer Scotch too, but there's plenty of bourbons I enjoy. And American single malts are on the rise.
But as far as what he's saying, there's not many Scotches that come into our territory that are high on a secondary market and they're allocated and you never see them or whatever. Bourbons are just out of control and people are just losing their mind.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
It's nuts.
And it affects everybody, really. Right. But back to Wes Jolly's comment, I would tell him he wants to buy half or the handles to mix with, right?
Right.
Buy something, though, that you don't mind drinking by itself because you're going to be left with some.
A lot. Yeah, there's going to be, you'd be surprised. These millennials can't take bourbon. Even
so you might 40%, be left with,
they're like, oh.
You might be left with, 4 or 6 handles. That's buy something that you don't mind drinking.
You will enjoy drinking on your own when a blizzard's coming down in the springs. Or when the dummies visit.
Did you try the Heaven Hill one?
Yes.
Now this is not the 6-year bottle.
No, it is not.
This is just
back there.
This is the 40% Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey non-age statement.
Yes, but it's still it feels a little light, but it's still very good. I wish it was a little higher. The low ABV shows.
Wow,
it's good, but the low ABV shows.
Yeah.
So. You're drunk, John Belushi, go home. I missed some of it. Scotch is old hat. No, it is not. Scotch is phenomenal. I love Scotch. So, anything, it's the new hat. So, let me try a little bit more of that Heaven Hill in my nice.
Well, OG Brick 420, he says that some 175s have handles, some don't. The term handle really comes from when they did the old versions. The half gallons would have the handle on them.
Right. So they just started calling them handles for the 175.
Yeah. The ones, even if it doesn't have the handle, really
still a handle.
You refer to a half gallon.
It has a handle.
Yeah.
Even if it's handleless.
Oh, New Riff. John Belushi points out that New Riff single barrel I had, that was a good bottle too. And those are $40 to $50 range.
Bourbon? We have.
Couple.
Yep.
You know what we haven't had of the mixers is just the base entry bourbon and rye. We've had the sour mashes, we've had the toasted barrels, we've had the 10-year.
Ooh, someone says they've got a 1.75 Eagle Rare store pick.
I've seen those.
Really?
Yeah. Not here.
Oh,
I've seen them online.
I was going to say I'd buy one of those. Someone even told me we were in a squad meeting the other day, and they go, "I had a Rare Eagle." I'm like, "Eagle Rare?" And they're like, "Yeah, that was it." They go, "It was good." I go, "That is good." Yeah, they go, "I had a Rare Eagle." I go, I said, "Was a label with white lettering and an eagle on it?" They go, "Yes." I go, "That's Eagle Rare."
Have we tried any Wanderback yet? We
I
have
have
not. We haven't had any of the
I
Wanderback.
like the sound
series,
of it though.
and I've heard good things about them. Yeah.
What's the story? I just missed my elbow.
Well, they're Oregon or Washington. They're up in the northwest part somewhere along the lines of Westland.
Okay. I love the sound of it.
Yeah, I think doing single malts.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
God dang. We need to know. Forgate just sent me another sample bottle. I'm going to be doing a little special.
Oh, really?
For that. Yeah.
I haven't tasted the other one yet.
Well, I know they're just sending singles to me now.
Yeah.
They like me. There's nothing I like better than
you never gave me the other one to
there
try.
Were no, you tried the doubles. And now I keep them back here. If you want a sample, look right there.
The first one.
Yeah, they gave 2 of those, and you got one of those. Yeah. Now
But the
they only
second
send
one-
singles.
Yeah, but you didn't give it to
They
me.
didn't like
you.
you.
Drank it.
No, they didn't like it. They look right there. There's the first and the second. Now I got the third. But
I
yeah,
think you got them all.
No. They quit sending.
No, what happened was during the 12 hours of Boom, we tasted one, and then you kept the other.
Okay. But they quit sending me doubles.
And then 2.
They quit sending
I'm
doubles.
3 now.
Sorry. They're like, and then the doorbell rings, and they're like, "Hello, there's something from Forgate for you, Mister." I'm like,
Are you Mr. Brunching?
Yeah. Hello. It's a Forgate present.
They said, don't give it to Scott.
Yeah. My wife's like, "What is this?" I go, "It's whiskey in a box."
Gregor
There's
says
nothing
he'll
better than
send us
whiskey in a
some
box.
Wanderback.
Nice.
We don't have any coins here,
No, we don't.
John.
We ran out of them.
Hey, Jez Body is tuning in. We got to meet Jez over in Glasgow from the London Whiskey Club. Is that? Well, that's not the name of it. Is that it? London Whiskey Club.
I forgot the name of it. I just mentioned it myself in one of the Secret Spirits Advent calendars.
That might be it. London Whiskey Club.
Could be. They had a nice tasting room in the back. We got to sign the wall. That was cool.
Well, that was at the Good Spirits.
Dang it. That was, you're right, at the
Good
back
Spirits
of the Good
Company.
Spirits. That's what I couldn't remember. And then we went to Bon Accord.
Mm-hmm.
Spelled like an Accord, like a Honda Accord.
Tolv Thomas asked, did we see that that High West came out with an American single malt yesterday? I did not see that.
No, really.
That would be a first.
That from Indiana?
That would be a first. I mean, everything they've done has been kind of rye based or blended with a rye whiskey.
Right, because they're sourcing the phenomenal rye from MGP.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
So High West is doing an American single malt.
Good
Very
for
nice.
them. I love an American single malt.
And Jez says
Everybody-
it is the London Whiskey Club.
Wow.
Very nice.
Well, they're very well done. Everybody doing an American single malt. If you want some cover time, send stuff to the Scotch Test Dummies. There's nothing I like better than ding dong. Something's here.
Scott Ferguson, I haven't seen him tune in before. He asked, is Maker's Mark a beginner bourbon? I think so.
Yeah, but it's also, I would also say it's an aficionado's bourbon.
I think
It's
so.
a weeded bourbon that you picked as your number one blind.
We
That
did.
was some very nice stuff.
I would say it's for beginners. Okay, it's a weeded bourbon, so it is a little bit sweeter. You don't get the rye
With some
spice
floral,
that you get
a
some
lot of
other
floral
and some
notes.
others. But we did a 16 bottle blind
Yes.
bourbon shootout.
Bland's was in there.
We
The
had all kinds of
12-year-old.
stuff.
Yeah.
But at the end of that blind, I picked out the Maker's Mark.
I
You picked out Elijah Craig.
Single barrel.
Small
Not even
batch.
the 12.
No,
yeah.
small batch.
Small batch.
12-year Elijah
Right.
Craig small
Yep.
batch.
Unbelievable.
It's 2 bourbons that are readily accessible.
And
They're available
inexpensive.
everywhere. They're inexpensive. You can find both of them for $25. They're both good examples of what a bourbon should be. I've got a couple different bottles of Maker's Mark at home.
I went and bought the handle after that. I'm like, I will always have this now. And I used to even prefer the cask strength. No longer. Regular Makers is phenomenal. They did great.
Squinoogie is tuning in.
Great
Hi,
name.
Scott and Bart. I have a JW Dant from the 70s. Do you think it'll be decent?
Sure. Still sealed. Crack it open and try it. Tell us what you think. Do it right now. Comment. Break that seal, baby. We don't believe in saving. He does.
I like how you go. He goes.
What's
What do you
the
think? Well,
theme?
I like how he goes. Do you think it'll be decent? And you're like, sure.
Yeah.
I'm
Try
like,
it.
yeah, I
Crack
don't know.
it.
There's a
It'll
lot
be
of variables.
decent. Yeah. No, it'll be decent.
Maybe.
It's 12 years
You
old.
don't know.
Good.
JW, he didn't say 12 years
I
old.
thought he said it was 12.
He said, I have a JW Dant from the 70s.
Probably good. I've only had JB and JD with Coke. Sure, that's fine. Try it straight. Because Jack Daniels, old number 7, is good straight. You can taste that maple charcoal Lincoln County method, but it's still good. What's the theme, says James Edwards? Manga. That's the theme. And Scotch Desk Dummies trucker hats. He was behind those. I wasn't sure about them. Now I dig them. You were telling me, yeah, it's trucker hats. It's old style. I'm like, what? Come on, the black with the Spartan, man. I love that. And you're like, let's try something new. I was like, all right. Then I was like, I got them, and they like spoke to me. The Scotch Test Dummies part has a yellowish glow to them, and I dig it. When we're out at Eddie B's house filming at the ranch on the mountain, hello, it was calling to me, and I'm like, I dig these hats. They've got the old plastic thing. There's no Velcro. There's no fitted. It's old school. The click on the back.
Oh, no, you said no Velcro, no fitted.
Yeah, there's fitted.
Well, they're
hats.
The
fitted, and then there's the stretchable ones. These are just the old style. What do they call that? I don't know. They're plastic and they're
snap.
Holes. The
snap fit.
Snap fit.
That's it, I think.
That's old school. I actually like it. I do. I've got our Scotch Test Dummies hat with the Spartan is Velcro, but I'll be wearing it. I'll be leaning up against my couch right over there, and it'll kind of attach itself to a pillow.
Yeah, snap back.
Like. Snap back.
Brandon Knight wants to know how you got Scott in a manga. It just happened.
It did. I bought it. It was medium. He said, I'll try it. And visually, it looked good. It looked good visually.
Let's move a few of these out of the way. Those glass handles are freaking heavy.
I know. I'm like, why are they doing
a workout? Just like do that.
You just be lifting in the gym. You'd be like, what's going on? Boy, you got kettlebells?
17.
No, I ain't got no kettlebells. I got handles 42. That are made out of glass. Made out of glass, baby. Made out of glass. Actually, that would be a workout. Look at that. I'm getting a burn. That was Scotch Test Dummy style right there. Oh, that was good. Getting swole. Belushi says getting swole.
I don't even know.
We don't even know. Yeah. I know that's the Heaven.
That's the Heaven Hill.
That's the JT.
JTS. That would be McKenna.
And then I don't know what that is.
Evan Williams.
Oh.
So, and Elijah Craig, 12-year.
Let me see that again.
Bartender workout, Kilojolt says.
That's right. Brandon Knight says that's awesome. Yeah. We have the ability to just go. We can just go.
Are you a bartender?
Yes.
Do you find yourself lacking in workout hours?
That's right.
Use a handle. Grab that right there. Glass Wild Turkey 101.
Work. In between filling a draft of beer, you can get in a decent workout.
Have we sampled the Dickel bottled in bond yet? We have not. I haven't even seen the Dickel bottled in bond.
The Dickel bib.
No.
Bib.
Now, I will tell you, I liked the Dickel 13-year bottled in bond.
Yeah.
Oh, that was maybe that's what he's referring to.
I think we just came across a show idea.
Sorry, no, that's probably what he's referring to is the 13-year. We did review the 13-year, and that's David Howell.
Tell me you don't think we could do a special show where we're actually doing a workout, how to work in a 1.75.
That could be. That's true.
I could see it.
Yeah.
If you've seen our yoga episode, I could bring back the same or similar attire, but we could get you in there as well.
But anyway, the 13-year Dickel bottle and bond we did do, I loved it. I've got 2 bottles of it. That's the one that Whiskey Advocate. Oh, let me finish.
You love the Dickel.
Yeah, for a change, it's switched up. That was Whiskey Advocate's Whiskey of the Year. The Dickel, you did not like it. I did. I'm just saying that.
Right. Yeah. So you want to be part of the masses, is what you're saying.
I called it way before the masses.
Mm-hmm.
Just like the Crown Royal Northern Harvest Rye.
I'm telling you.
You loved it.
I loved it.
Right?
I did call that.
So I called the Dickel.
I'm going to give you that.
Year.
You called the Dickel.
Did you call the Northern Harvest Rye for the masses?
Well, I called it 8 months prior to it making whiskey of the year.
You just accused me of calling it for the masses.
It's a good turn of phrase. You got me. And like everything else, the manga shirts are going to come back in full too. We'll be ahead of that curve.
No, we are not. The manga shirts are not coming back.
They're coming back, baby. They're going to be huge. People will be. This will go for like, I'm going to like rip this back from you. It'll be a $500 shirt. People will be like, "How'd you get that?" It's unaffordable.
I'm looking way off to the side here, and I didn't even have to be. I could have my right in there.
Oh wow, mine's kind of showing its keyboard.
So the I did have a sample. Matt Rossetti is asking about the 13-year Dickel, and there's a 13-year-old Scout, which is sourced from Dickel if they're similar. I had a sample of a 13-year-old Scout. They're maybe somewhat similar, but very different. The 13-year Dickel bottle and bond is very pronounced. What I call that charcoal filtering is evident.
Right.
Some people call it mineralness, a minerality, Flintstone vitamin chalkiness. But
it's funny. I could get that.
The old Scout was much more toned down on those lines.
Charles Ashworth does say at Scotch Test Dummies, the new hats look like old King Rope hats. What's King Rope?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I thought maybe you did. Old King Rope. I don't know what King Rope is. E.T. Smith. Hey, Bart, any nice peated bottles you have your eye on for Christmas? No. I just picked up a real nice one from SMWS. If you remember, they've got some nice, they had a Kalila that I got that was a 6-year-old. That was really good. I can't remember the name. It was some German riff. Hopefully you'll see a review of that soon. And then they had their Smoky Bothy. What was that? What was that one? And that was part of their deal for, you'll see a review that we did on that because that's part of their special for if you become a member during December. Peated uniqueness, SMWS is great for. So, excuse me.
Let's see real quick. Ben Demon Hunter says that to Scott Ferguson would love to get the Four Roses small batch, but it's not available in Canada. It's probably the Four Roses small batch select, which is the one we just did about a month ago. It's got the black label on it. Very good. It's one that made the Whiskey Advocates Whiskey of the Year list as well.
Belushi liked our horseback review. What was interesting was that one lagged behind in numbers a little bit. Even though it was Maker's Mark, we were a little stunned.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it was unique. It was one of our special releases. Eddie B was featured. So, but we enjoyed it. I had fun there.
Matthias is tuning in.
Hey, we met Matthias.
Matthias?
Yeah,
Matthias.
He's Was ist los?
We met him at the Bastards Ball. He gave us one of the Glen Scotias, the Ruby Port cask. Malt.
This is very 1970s. I like it. And that's a great Elijah Craig. What else is on there?
Hoyt Hemphill.
Gentlemen.
Hoyt Hemphill says locally they're selling Weller 12 for $70. Not going with that. Used to be under 30.
Yeah.
The problem is $70 is a steal.
That's crazy.
Nowadays,
that's crazy though.
I would, even if I saw it for 70, I'd probably at least pick up a bottle.
I would not. It's just caramel. It's nice caramel flavored bourbon.
I know, but I've seen it for $299.
Who cares?
I know, but for 70,
nah. I used to. I think I got. Didn't I get mine for 35?
I don't know.
Yes.
Why do you ask me what you bought yours?
Because you have a better memory than me.
Let's see. Squinugi says, will you give the new Long Row 21-year-old a try, or is a 21-year-old not young enough for Bart? So Long Row is the peated Springbank.
It should be younger, but I'll try 21. You never know. It's usually a little more subtle.
Yeah. Even at that, though, I've kind of, if I seen a 21-year-old Long Row and it was, I'm going to guess it's probably 250 range.
Yeah, it's too much.
I'm probably not buying it.
Kirk Bollinger says, Was ist los? ? It's what is up in German. Then you say, Nicht ist los. Nothing. Nothing's up. So I yelled that at a German lady, and I scared all of Tomatin. The entire distillery was nervous. Hemphill agrees with Bart.
Correct.
Yes. Thank you. Hoyt's a genius. I mean, if I haven't said that, he is. Hoyt's a genius.
I'm going to go just because Matthias tuned in, and we had a lot of comments about how good that Glen Scotia festival.
You're going to get it? Is it here? I thought you took that home.
No, I took the double cask.
I don't think it's here.
You keep the good ones. You'll send the other ones.
Please, Mr. Compass Box.
The ones I've bought.
I don't know if you'll be able to find it. I don't organize my stuff very well.
You're not organized, well, somewhat by region and whatnot.
Right. I do not go by, a little bit by distiller. You'll see the art bags along the back. You'll see my SMWS over there, which has been a favorite. Oh, dang it. He found it. He knows where stuff sits. Look at that. Glen Scotia, Campbelltown, right there. My Scotch goes that way.
Not that Bart and I have hated Springbank.
We think we got a bad one.
We did have a bad one.
We did take it to
Springbank 10. We've had. I've got a 20-year-old Springbank. I'm not a big
fan though.
It's really good. There's definitely the kind of that Springbank funk that comes through. It's a Campbelltown. I think this Glen Scotia and even the other Glen Scotia, I forgot we had a Scotch Malt Whiskey Society Glen Scotia. The barbecue and fishnets, I think it is.
Really?
That Ben helped pick out.
Okay.
Glen Scotia, initially, right now, I'm telling you, it might beat out. If you gave me a Glen Scotia and a Springbank and said pick one, I might go with the Glen Scotia over the Springbank.
I definitely would. I don't necessarily like the funk.
There's a little bit of it here, though. I was even getting. There's a little bit of that Campbelltown.
Touch of funk.
Springbank, it's a little bit more pronounced.
I would agree.
Yeah,
I would agree. You know what I want to do? I want to do a January show, or maybe it would be a December show where we talk about what we think the future will bring for the next year. What do you think of that?
I didn't hear you because I had that Glen Scotia in my mouth.
We talked about the future. What was in your mouth?
The Glen Scotia. I know.
I think we should talk about the future, what we think is going to happen in 2020, but not now. Let you think about it. Some predictions. Prediction show. I love predictions.
Yeah, but 2020, you're only talking next year.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Damn.
I know.
Whew. This is why I like Scotch more than bourbon. I'm just going to tell you. Wow. Holy moly. God dang, that's good. I like bourbon, but damn.
E.T. Smith says, I wanted to like Springbank. I just remembered I should be highlighting some of these. Oh, wait, just a second.
What?
Roy's in here. He's going to come in. I'd send him an invite a little bit. Hold on just a second. I'll bring him in.
And the sniper.
But E.T. Smith said, I wanted to like Springbank, but it didn't match his palate.
Well,
he had a bottle of 12 cask strength, and something in it smelled like puke.
Thank you.
That was ours. That was our bottle.
Baby
spit. So he'll just stick to their 10.
Yes. Good call.
Oh, Roy just left the screen. Look at
what?
We'll bring Roy in here in a second.
Bring him in empty. Hold on. Now he's back. He jumped back in. Took his shirt off. What the heck? What are you doing? He took his shirt off, and we're looking at what I think are nipples. That's not true. He didn't do any of that. I just messed.
Do we got audio, Roy? Say something.
Yeah.
I did say something. Can you hear me?
Yep, we got you loud and clear.
Hey, good.
Nippleless.
How are you, boys? This is a nice surprise.
Very good.
I think I've just managed to get my son to bed. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that he stays there. And, you're having bourbon tonight. I notice you're drinking a lot of bourbon. So
we
might be
had the bottom shelf
transitioning out.
handles. Now we're pulling up Scotch.
We got the Glen Scotia.
That's a good one. Campbelltown.
Malts Festival 2018 Ruby Port finish.
Good move.
yeah, that was legendary. People loved that bottle. You can still buy that in the States, or was that the one that Matthias gave you?
Yep, Matthias brought that down to the Bastards Ball there in Austin. So, and he's tuning in as well.
Yeah, it's got
fantastic.
the
I just caught your review of that. You seem to like it.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I like how the peated is just kind of sitting there in the background.
Now, I will tell you, I did sit down with the double cask last night at home because this posted yesterday, this review. So I sat down last night. We did them both together, this and the double cask. Mm-hmm. The double cask, that PX finish that was on there was really even coming out more than it was in the review. So really? Just to show you a little bit of time, a little bit of air does to a whiskey.
Yeah, that was great. Matthias is phenomenal. Thank you.
I'm trying to pick out the chat.
I'm still warming up for your peated dram challenge. It's sitting over there staring at me, mocking me, Roy. I got to get to it. I want to give it some time. I'm a little nervous.
So you guys can, if you're having Scotch, you put me in the mood for bourbon after the bourbon you've been sipping there. And I know that they were kind of budget bourbons, but I brought back this box from Texas. You remember Matt Zitrick gave out these selection packs.
Oh, Matt is unbelievable.
He's some guy, isn't he? Fantastic. Mm-hmm. And he did it for quite a few of us. I think you guys got a selection pack as well, right?
I don't think we did in Austin, but we've gotten a couple from Matt in the past. Yeah, and I've still got quite a few.
So,
well, let me share some of these bourbons, and I'll let you guys pick one, because most of these I don't even hear, let alone see in this in the UK. I've got an E.H. Taylor, Colonel E.H. Taylor single barrel.
Oh,
we good?
Oh, yeah, sorry. He clicked the wrong button.
Yeah.
I wanted that one.
Yep. He was trying to feature you, instead he cut you.
Yep. So we've got the E.H. Taylor. I've got a Kentucky Owl, which is a 11-year rye. Yeah, that may be interesting. I've got a Senator. I've never heard of this. Barrel proof straight rye. Wow. I've got a Blood Oak, Packed 5.
Blood Oath.
Blood Oath, yeah.
It is, I think. Oh, Blood Oath.
Blood
you're
Oath
right. It's just covered a little by tape there. You can see blood.
It sounds like it's from the Highlands just by the name of it.
Yeah. Smooth Ambler. I know you guys have reviewed that, right?
No, we haven't had Smooth Ambler. We've had a couple samples I've been on live streams with.
I've been watching
I've
been watching Outlander. I can now say so much of awe. My wife loves Jamie.
My wife watches Outlander. I think there must be something in it that keeps the women interested. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but
maybe the hot men.
There are hot men, are there?
A lot of lairds running around and shirts are off.
Okay, I've picked one. I'm drawn to this one. It's a Thomas H. Handy.
That's a good one.
I don't know if you can read that. I don't. It looks
well. That's going to be a Sazerac, one of the Buffalo Trace Antique Collection editions. If it's Thomas H. Handy, Sazerac rye.
That's what it is. It says Sazerac. Yes.
Yep.
63.45% ABV. Let's have a wee.
Yeah, so that's a unicorn bottle in the States. That's one of the Buffalo Trace Antique Collection bottles. So it should be a good sample. Now their rye is that rye I had a bottle of. It's actually a little different rye. So the one I had, there's a lot of ginger.
I needed a cracker. I needed a crisp.
I want to say ginger and like cardamom, just kind of some different spices that you don't necessarily get with some ryes.
Is this rye? Am I smelling rye?
Yep.
Well,
it's a different one. It's a different rye.
It's soft. It's rich. There's lots of toffee and caramel on this.
It's a good rye.
And it's the younger one in the Buffalo Trace Antique Collection.
Don't go in light with the bag rip. You got to just go.
Yeah.
What?
I heard.
You were trying.
I know. I was trying. I can't get it open.
You just do it. You just rip it. Just do it all at once. Don't hesitate.
So first you make me hungry for first you make me thirsty for bourbon. Now you're making me hungry for crackers.
Yes, we got crisps.
So while we're on air, I'm going to ask your community to bully you a little bit. Are you coming to Scotland next year, boys?
I don't think so.
Huh?
It's your 50th.
I know. 50th.
Yeah.
50th what?
You don't think you're going to make it?
We don't next year. I guess we don't have any plans. We haven't talked about. We haven't looked at it. Who knows? It's going to happen again at some point.
Yeah, we want a base out of Inverness.
Naturally, if a distillery were to invite us over there, that speeds things up.
Right. However, we have to pay for the spouses this time.
Yeah.
We've both been told
part of the deal.
Spouses will not be cut out of the next trip.
Everything's just a question of price, right?
Right.
Yeah. And timing.
And I suppose you guys kind of struggle a little bit for holidays, don't you?
In terms of, we're both pretty senior.
We're pretty good, yeah.
And we covered our time.
Yep. So you can take the time.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't think we have a problem there.
Theoretically, timing isn't an issue. So it's a cost thing, right? We just need to figure out how to finance it. Is that what we're saying?
Right.
Yes.
Cost and family. Yeah.
Yes.
My wife definitely let me know that I would not be doing Ireland and Scotland again without her.
Did you add water to this?
No water has been in
mine silently let me know that if I were to go again, she should tag along.
Can I feed you? There you go. Yeah, she would like to tag along. And I
think that can be arranged easily.
Right. The town of Inverness was unbelievable, and my wife loves Outlander so much that I guarantee I'm never going to Scotland without her again. So she's going to want to do the Outlander tour regardless if I'm involved. So, yeah.
Well, I think the Scottish tourism is doing very well out of Outlander and all the castles and things. And there's certainly lots of Outlander tours available. I know that for sure because we've met a few people that have visited for that reason. But what I'll say is that if there's an opportunity for us to get together next year, I think it would be nice for no other reason than all of us turn 50 next year.
Oh, right? That's what you meant.
Yeah.
That's
that's true.
Yeah. So one of the community, one of my friends, I don't want to say who it is quite yet, told me that he's had a cottage on Isla booked for Fashil well in advance, and had offered me a space in the cottage. So I have accommodation for Isla.
I would guess that would be a Londoner friend.
No.
Oh, really?
Yeah. No. He's actually in here tonight. But so I'm super excited about that. So it means I've started to kind of get the word out there that I'll be in Isla for Fashil next year at the end of May. Now, unfortunately, I think that's logistically tricky for us because the accommodation is so difficult. We went outside
to snuggle with you.
Oh, yeah.
I was in
the front of a car with you for a week, and that was tough. That was a squeeze.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is that, where there's a will, there's a way. And if there are ways to get around the accommodation issues. But that's one thing that I'll just put out there, that Fashil is definitely happening next year. And I think what you guys have experienced in the last year and a half is the exact same as I've experienced in the last year and a half. It's wonderful to do what we do with whiskey, but it's made better at least by 2-3 times when we get together in real life with the community, right?
Right.
But these things don't happen without a bit of inspiration, it needs a catalyst. to get these things together because they take a lot of effort, organization, and as you've already mentioned, they cost a lot. But I'm just throwing it out there, see what folk think about it. And if I can get the community bullying us into doing something, there's a better chance of it happening, I think.
I think that would be, just think if we celebrated our 50th birthdays on Isla.
Wow. Great.
So at the start of the conversation, I was less than 50%. Once I nudged it up to the point that, yeah, we can cover the holidays, I felt like I was at 60%. Now I think I've got you at 80. So if anybody's watching this and thinks it would be a good idea for us to have another event.
That's nice. I've actually got a Secret Spirits Roy Duff shout out coming up soon as well. I don't remember which dram it is.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you'll see that coming in. I think it is tomorrow's, isn't it? So, yeah, because what I'm doing, which is a little bit different, you've got music and everything, Christmas feel. I have decided, which is kind of what I've been doing with Advent anyway, since I was very young. It was all about the approaching Christmas presents. Now it's about reflecting back on the year. So I decided to bring that to my Secret Spirits Advent calendars, that each time I review a different dram, I reflect back on something from the year. So sometimes funny, the Scallywag. Did you like the Scallywag one? Did you see that? All right.
I watched yours today, Bart, and I caught you talking about this very thing, and it definitely struck a chord with me. And I think that maybe it's a sign of our age, but I find myself doing the same thing, right?
Yes. Yep. So, I mean, it's definitely, I love, December is perfect. I don't like doing it around New Year's as much. Just December, and I usually sample my drams at night, and I get reflective, and I just start thinking back. I think today's was about my son, if I remember right. I'm not 100% sure.
No, you were talking about Bo and how he's departing his childhood and becoming a man.
Yes.
And you were talking about how that's changing the dynamic a little bit for you.
100%. Yep.
Yeah.
And it's bittersweet because, of course, you want to hold on to your kids, but you got to prep them to hold on. You need to get your chip bag open.
No one can even hear it.
Oh, please. Come on.
Secret.
They're picking that up. Just rip it once at a time. You're doing the slow deal instead of like the single tear. And then
talk to Roy.
I know, but they could hear it. That's all I'm saying. No, I agree with you're exactly right.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think it is, and I have the same thing. Kilojolt is asking how the handy is. I guess he's talking about this, and it's wonderful. It's almost effervescent on the palate. It's very, very long finish, lots of spice. That sweetness and toffee on the nose, there's a little bit of it in there, but on the palate, it's very much behaves like a rye. But I have to say, quite a nice, well-cultured rye. It's not all raspy and ginger notes. You were talking about ginger earlier, right? I get ginger a lot, fresh ginger specifically on rye. But this is much more tempered. It's very nice, Kilojolt. I'm enjoying it very much. But yeah, I do the same thing as you guys. I sit of an evening and have a dram, and sometimes if it's as high ABV as this, you sit with it for a long time, and you do kind of reflect. But sometimes I scheme and I imagine and I conspire. And we're already talking about doing things for December together. But I would like to think longer term. I would like to think that we might be able to achieve something next year again. I think you enjoyed May, didn't you?
Yes.
I enjoyed May very much. I think the community did too. Unfortunately, McAllen and Rare the Doc has chimed in and said that rooms on Isla during Fashil are starting at £200 per night now.
I think Ardbeg needs to put us up in their special secret room.
Yes.
I don't even know if they have one. I know they have one you can rent. Surely
they do. They do. I mean, the distilleries, you're kind of struggling at the distilleries because they have all their VIP events. They have their brand ambassadors and their own teams and things in. And
right.
John Belushi said, "Please give Lori a shout out, please." So a shout out real quick to Lori from John Belushi.
Thank you, Lori.
Yeah.
Hey, Lori. Always a glass to Lori.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, the definite hurdle will be both of our spouses want to come next time. Whoop, they want to join us. Sorry, to be more exact.
I think that's doable, right?
Yes.
Well, one part of it is. There's lots of things to keep them occupied, and you might be surprised how much they might enjoy the community events, the gatherings, the social side of it.
It would be good.
I think definitely. Yeah, I think my wife would for sure.
Yeah.
I managed to get Lynn along to the one in Glasgow last year. I didn't speak to Lynn the whole evening. She was out speaking to everyone else. She said it was good. She said she enjoyed it. She said that she enjoyed meeting so many of the people that she's only heard by name. So, yeah. And it doesn't have to be fully whiskey themed. You could actually do some proper sightseeing outside of whiskey distilleries. Anyway, sorry to blindside you with that. I just wanted to throw it out there because it's been on my mind.
It's a good thought. We'll see.
Yeah.
Tomar.
Part of our problem is we haven't even done the Bourbon Trail yet.
I know.
We're catching some heat from the fellow Americans.
We are the Scotch test dummies.
It's true. But they're like, you haven't even done the Bourbon Trail. What are you doing?
There's not enough time for all the whiskey.
Right. Until we retire. Then we're
Tom asked the exact same thing I did in the chat earlier tonight. If you'd lost a bet, Scott, what is the deal with the matching shirts?
Bart,
I thought it would be visually whimsy if he looked like my mini-me.
He talked me into wearing it during a review.
I've got a little Edmonton going on here. Look at that.
Because we were filming before. And so we did, I think it's the Craig Ellicky 23 year we reviewed, and I wore this.
He did. With kind of matching
He said you got to wear it for the live as well.
Right. Gotta. Gotta's an American term for you will.
Fantastic.
You got to admit, you kind of like the visual look, though.
Who?
You.
No.
Well, your character's so low on your body, you need a bigger torso.
I can guarantee you won't see me wearing this in public. So,
me neither, unless I'm at the Bonaccord. Then I get pointed at by Glaswegian women and laughed.
Single malting is Jonathan Bray. He's tuning in. We're from the single malt or the Secret Spirits Scotch Whiskey Advent Calendar.
Right.
Hey there, guys.
An Australian who's an expat living in Canada.
Yep. Big hi from Cindy and I from Calgary, sitting here blogging away for the 6th edition and thought I would come say good day.
Good day.
Good day. We were just talking about Bart's series, and you've got yours today. You talked a little bit about Bo.
Right. And then I think tomorrow, preteen going into manhood.
Uh-huh.
And then I think tomorrow, I have to check. I think Duff is the main topic, but I can't remember the order.
Wow. I hope you were kind.
Very kind. I will just give you a foretaste. A foretaste is we land, you pick us up, we get treated to chili. Hello.
Yeah.
And we feel ensconced, but we were also so tired we couldn't make it out to the pub that night that had a lot of our fans there.
Potstill, that's right.
Yeah. And we were spent, but it was great. And your son's running around with this hat on. Not this hat. My straw cap on, and he's running around. It was just great. But after we completed that meal, we were both like, I don't think we can make it.
Yeah.
But it was generous. So yeah. That's what'll be coming next.
I would hope it's the traveling and every one of your 49 years that stopped you making it rather than my chili.
No, it was just, I think I said that your home was like a port in the storm.
Port in the storm.
A port in the storm. It was, I mean, because I remember coming into your home and it was warm and inviting and the chili was great. And I remember thinking, God, I hope Scott doesn't have the energy because I'm spent. And then he was like, I don't think I can make it out, because we wanted to go meet the fans, but I mean, we were still probably a little bit jet lagged.
Yeah, that was the pot. A few of them had gone out to the pot still.
Yes.
That night.
And I felt like almost obligated, but I was just spent. And your chili, and it was just phenomenal. Hey, we got a ding, 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 Hoyt.
Yep, the little cowbell for Hoyt Hemphill. Ding, 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 ding.
So I believe that's coming up tomorrow, Roy. But I mean, definitely a highlight.
He says trying to get a STD in Scotland 2020 crowdsource going. So that should be the banner on the tour bus.
Yeah, that would be great.
I think Hoyt is onto something. Hoyt, I think that's a good idea. I think that's what we should do. I think what we should, because what do you need covered? You need accommodation covered. You need your flights covered.
Sure.
Flight is probably the main thing for 4 now. So
the flights,
right?
Accommodation. Well, yeah, even accommodations for 4 is going to be
especially
pricey.
during Fagile.
Yeah,
or as we like to call it, the phage.
The phage.
Yeah, the phage.
The phage. Sounds cool.
Yeah, I remember I was. I mean, I've been in your company a few times now, so I wasn't suffering from being starstruck, because you have to remember I've been watching you guys for years and I still remain a fanboy of the Scottish Test Dummies. But what was strange for me was watching you guys in my environment here, not just in my home, but you remember just kind of walking about the street or walking around to the cafe along the road for breakfast or walking to the train. And you know, you guys are just kind of walking around taking in the environment. But even Scott looked kind of American with his baseball cap and things. He was clearly not local. He was not indigenous.
What?
You see me when I'm in Tomatin, all I did was scare the Scottish. Wenceslas!
That was the Germans, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's Bart's walking along with that bright red jacket, right? 6'6" and a cowboy hat, walking along my local kind of avenues and streets here. And for me to see that, and I remember just sitting in the cafeteria, I remember sitting waiting for breakfast, and I caught your eye and you caught me laughing at you and you thought, what? And I said, it's just bizarre to witness. So that's kind of, I'm looking forward to more of that. It was
did we have ketchup packets?
Yeah, we're bringing our own ketchup next time.
We're bringing our own half gallon.
Yeah, we're bringing
a handle.
A handle of Heinz is what we're bringing. We're going to introduce it. When we have some crisps, we're going to have crisps.
Ketchup in the UK.
Oh, my God. It was a lot of work. No wonder you guys are skinny.
Yeah.
Yeah, you like your ketchup, definitely. And we tend to, some places have bottles, but we tend to have little sachets that you have to tear open. And
yeah. We were like, we need more sachet.
Who uses 2 little packets of ketchup?
How many you limited your sachet packets?
French fries.
Yeah, we're Americans, and there's a big one here.
Ben the Demon Hunter is coming, wants to know if this is a historic event, our first live stream together.
Oh, no. We've done this before.
Many times.
Never on StreamYard.
The Dummies and Aqua Vitae have hooked up.
Oh, that's connection.
Yeah.
Connection. What did I say? Connected?
When?
I don't know. Just now. Goodness.
At one stage, I had a playlist.
Yeah, Evan Hill's getting
collaborations. There should be a few dummy collaborations on there if I've kept it up to date. But no, I've had the pleasure of being on you guys. I've never had you guys on mine. I think that's a timing issue, right? You guys are working when I'm live.
Oh, yeah. That is true.
No, I came on one time, but I had to get off work early.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I was on solos out by my trash bin. For
Roy's
the
about bigger than us, though. Roy's like overtaking us.
Yeah.
It's huge.
The live streams are doing very, very well.
The Aqua Vitae effect.
Yeah.
Well, and that's part of our commitment, and that we recognize we need to do is to get back to more lives. We
got a little burnt.
Yeah.
We got a little burnt at one point.
Well,
2019 was a little tough.
It was, continue with 2 shows a week and cut the live, and who knows what happens.
We kept the Wednesday, Saturday show.
Yeah, we kept two a week, and we, for the most part, cut out the live stream. And we just need to get back and do more.
Right. Well, we do have Nancy Fraley's coming up. She's going to do a live with us. What is that? The 22nd of December? It's coming up. I think it's the 22nd. I have yet to receive their bottles, however.
On the lives and on the burnout thing, I have to be honest, guys. That's why I take the summer off, because I've never actually felt burnt out yet, but I know it's a real thing, and I know that you can hit it. And if you don't get time to kind of reset and miss it, actually, well, that's what happens when you're away. You miss it, and then you know that the energy is going to be there to get you through for another year. Luna Aaron.
What are you doing?
All right, we're well over our hour mark. We're at 1 hour and 15 minutes.
I like it.
Do we cut it? Or
no,
keep
I
going?
think we do another 15.
Roy, you all right? I know you just came in.
My son hasn't turned up yet. Tell him.
Okay. Tell me how many people are in.
75 right now. We've been up around 80 to 90.
Call up your posse and tell them to join the live.
I think we'll keep. Okay, you want to keep going for 15 minutes?
The entire household's here, and they're trying to be quiet. That's my only deal.
Missing out on my
Sunday wife will not. Oh yeah, you're missing out on the games. He's a football family guy. His kids are like football geniuses.
Is football on live right now?
Oh, well, yeah, all the American football is going crazy right now. This is crazy day football.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Because I was at church, and then I came back, and we had to refilm these. We refilmed 4 episodes because just so the live fans know, we had a green light on our audio, but it turned out the audio plug was not fully seated. So we filmed 4 episodes with beautiful eye raising, beautiful Scott deadpanning the camera, and 0 audio.
Oh no.
Yeah, I don't know if we've ever had 4 shows go in the trash bin before. I don't think we've had 4.
No, I don't think so either.
No, and they were great. I mean, I was literally looking at them going, oh my God, we've got no audio. And I'm like, oh, what did I say there? I literally looked, raised my eyebrows, he deadpanned, and I was like, God, that looks hilarious. No idea what was said.
I have to say, you'd think that you'd get better at this kind of thing, but it's always easy to trip up and make a mistake. And
yep. He even said at one point, "Hey, I just checked the mic, we're good," but it wasn't fully seated.
Yeah. No, we were getting ready to film.
Right.
And we were sitting here.
Mic check.
I said, "Oh, let me go check the mic, make sure it's turned on real quick," and I did.
But it wasn't fully plugged in.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Luna's in from Germany. I know she's been in for a while. She's talking to Daniel. Bart be the quiz master. What is that? Oh, yeah. Oh, you are right. Let Bart be the quiz master. I missed that. Did you get the history of that?
Well, Roy always does a quiz on his live stream at the end, so they want you to do a quiz.
Holy shit. I got to be the quiz master.
Yeah.
I'm still intimidated by your peated dram kit that's over there. I feel like I
wanted to bring it up, but I was going to do it off air because I didn't want to blindside you twice.
No, I feel like I'm not ready. I keep thinking I need 3 days. I need to retest myself on Lagavulin, Lafroig, and Ardbeg. Yeah. Scott was like an aficionado on that. Well, he tasted it. It was like, hold on.
You need about 2 hours.
Oh my God. This is hold on. This is 33 and a half years old. I believe this was done in the year our Lord. Hold on.
Well, I'm going to say a couple of things that I hope will help there. And we did the Aquavite Blind Challenge live. We did an actual live event in Glasgow a couple of weeks ago, and I opened up by asking everyone if they'd ever done a blind before and to raise their hands, and they raised their hands, obviously. And I said, keep your hands raised if you think you're good at it. And everybody's hands go down, obviously. But then I reassured them by saying, don't worry, you're brilliant at it. You're fantastic at blind tasting, because all you're trying to do is to work out if you like the whiskey or not. That's all it's about, and you can do that very easily, even as an amateur. So that's what it's about, is putting the whiskey on test and asking you, do you like these? Give us your favorite, give us your least favorite before we reveal what they are. And then the challenges, the blind matchup and things that you have to do after that is just really for a bit of fun. So that's the first thing. And the second thing I'll say about that blind set that you have, Bart, is that I've kind of gone against the grain a little bit with yours. And it took me a long time to get it to you. Eventually I handed it to you in Austin because I thought, I can't do this. But eventually I thought, screw it. It's for fun. It's not a serious thing. Everything in your blind challenge is peated, and it's on the sticker. It says the peated edition, right?
Right.
So it's different from the other blind challenges. So you don't need to compare yourself to Scott, who did set the bar very, very high, right?
Oh my God, it was shocking.
Yeah,
it was shocking.
Just go with it. Just go with it and do it. And honestly, if I think you're going to surprise yourself.
Okay, we'll jump in. Yeah, it's been staring at me and taunting me. I can hear your voice like, come on, do it. Do it.
The other thing I wasn't sure about is everybody on the list, all the nominees, put their name forward. I don't actually, maybe you did. I don't recall you saying, yes, I'll do it. Did you say you would do it?
Oh, of course. Yeah, open invitation.
If he didn't, I volunteered.
Yeah, oh, yeah, send me anything. I'll do it. But once it arrived and you handed it to me, I had a little bit of like, oh. And then I was like, damn. And then it kept staring at me. And I was like, hold on. Before I open this box, because I haven't even opened it yet, I'm like, I need to drink several Ardbegs. Then I need to try a few Lafroigs. Then I need to open some Lagavulins. And then just for F's sake, I need to open up a Balvenie 3. And then I'll be ready. Open.
No, you just need to uncork a big bottle of self-belief. You've been doing this for a long time now. You'll do great at it. You used to sit down and do your blind hitters, right?
That's what I do. Because you know what the deal is, I will not edit it. So I'll open it and it'll be raw and it'll be real. But I was like, God dang it. Scott was like, hold on. He was like, hold on. 33-year-old. I believe this is a 33-year-old sherried cask that maybe had something that came over from a bodega. And I'm like, God dang, what? And I was like, how did he do that? And he was like,
the other thing that's good about you being a wee bit intimidated, it shows that to everyone that nobody knows what's in these challenges. True. There's no kind of background hints and tips or anything. You're facing all of those blind, right. And I know how intimidating it is. And eventually I was forced to do my own as well. So I've had my own medicine and it's uncomfortable. I remember it.
Good. Normally not intimidating.
Were you able to get any of the Black Glencairns or did you try?
Did you get those?
No, I didn't.
He picked those up. Yeah, he got those and he got these blue Capitas. But I remember still Scott was like, whatever this is,
nice. It's
old. And I was like, damn it, that's bold. Because what if that had been young?
You're bold.
You were spot on. That's what was scary.
Well, whoever it was up above, though, that pointed out said me and Sarah from It's Bourbon Night had good noses. I will give her kudos. They were doing an advent calendar and they're doing it blind. Someone mixed up their samples for them, and she got one and she nosed it and she goes, "That's a 1910
what?
Forester."
Oh my God!
And that's what it was.
Wow!
I was like, "Holy shnikes!"
Wow. Gregor says, Tabitha, I'm in Tokyo right now. Gregor's in Tokyo? I think Gregor. Wow. Tamar, I hope Roy sent Bart the Mount Gay peated rum from last year. Do not say anything, Roy. Do not say anything.
A peated rum?
Yeah, that would throw me off.
I promise you that, well, I don't actually remember what's in there now, but I doubt very much that I put in any non-scotch. Or let's say non-whiskey.
I'll sit down with Bart. I'll make sure he gets it done.
You knew.
I'll come
I'm going to get it done. Part of the deal is I'm like, I need some
Supervise.
time. I need some time.
A couple hours.
I'm hoping tomorrow's good. I just worked an overnight shift. My whole team got tasked. We're normally a day team. We got tasked with working graveyards, and we had to fight with a 20-year-old woman that we nicknamed Heavy D. That's all I'm going to say. We had to fight her, and it was brutal. I was up at 4, well, all the way to 6:30 in the morning, I think. I'm too old for that. That's all I'm telling you. And I was heavily engaged.
That's another thing that happened on your video that you released today, that someone came to the door and you went to answer the door and it took you like 10 minutes.
Oh my God. Yeah. That was what I was telling you. That was this computer showing up and the doorbell rang. I ran upstairs, got it. I'm wearing the El Barto shirt. The guy gave me a double take. Like, what the hell? Yeah. I signed for it, came back down, was still recording, and I was out of breath. It was terrible.
Terrible shape. I'll be fit and healthy like Scott, right?
Oh my God, the guy runs marathons.
Not anymore.
Oh my God, yeah, his meniscus is gone. That's what happened to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's just
meniscus is weak.
I had to scrape it.
He had to scrape his meniscus. Yeah. No, I literally run up the stairs and down, and then I'm like, I can still go back on the show, and I didn't breathe enough, and it's clear to tell. You can tell. It's unedited. You can just tell this is raw. This is the difference between actually professional video and the dummies.
Luna saying, how can Bart be intimidated by Pete? I don't think it's the Pete, Luna. I think it's the self-belief thing. It's the blind tasting dynamic.
True. Yeah, that's true. That is true. And Pete can be seductive and deceptive.
Yes, it can be. It really can be.
I will jump in. Hold on. I'm going to show you. If Scott's looking at something, he has something going on in his brain. My foot's trapped by this chair.
I was looking. I needed just a little sip of something. I'm like, what does Bart have here that I could get that
Look
I
at
don't
this.
normally have access to?
Look at this.
I'm going to find something.
This right here has mocked me slightly. Look at the big word blind on there. Blind.
What does the other label say? What does the label on the side say? I think I put something about peated or.
Look at that.
The peated edition, right enough.
Yes, look at this. And look, it's unbroken. The seal has not been broken here. So I'm getting ready to dive into said box, but I kept thinking, you know what? I need some time. I need Christmas on my side. I'm going to get a Christmas miracle, and then I'm going to break the seal on this, and we're going to go into it, and we're going to try it. It's even got look at that. It's got your logo on there and everything. Of course it does. Look at that.
I mean, I think once you feel like maybe your mojo is a bit low right now, maybe that's what it is. I think once you get in the mood, you're going to attack it, and you'll enjoy it. I'm sure you'll enjoy it.
I agree. My mojo.
None of the whiskies are picked to be banana skins to trip someone up. They're all picked because they're either a budget, because they're expensive, or because there's something remarkable about them.
Hold on, he just
intended to contrast.
I could smell it, and I knew it was peat reek that he just poured.
See, there you go. You're in tune.
That's bizarre because I've just finished this week. I was clearing the office. I moved to the office from that little room upstairs. I don't think you guys even went upstairs. Mm-hmm. The studio that I used to have upstairs, I've moved down into the big room downstairs, so it's fantastic. I've got a lot more space. But one of the samples I finished when I was clearing things out was the Peat Reek Blackadder that you brought.
Yes.
And if maybe there's in the bottom of that bottle, Blackadder's famous in the Rockass series for having little carbon. Is it in the bottom? Is
yep.
It char?
Yep, there's char.
Wow.
It's unbelievable. I bought a second bottle of it. It's so good. The first
if you consider how bottling plants work and how these bottles are filled, they must have to manually add the char.
Really, you think?
Yeah, I've actually, it's anecdotal, I don't have any proof, but someone has told me that that's what they do. And I guess it makes sense when you consider how these things are filled.
Okay.
Well, I mean, yeah, they want, 200 bottles from this cask, and they want each one to have some char in it.
Oh, secret.
Yeah.
Because the first time I tried this was literally, I was in Pittsburgh on a police trip, a union trip, and I met Raj, who was bringing in the Blackadder. And he picks me up, and we go up to a whiskey pub, and he's letting the owner sample things and asking if I want to sample as well. The answer's yes. And that was the first time I tried Blackadder Peat Reek. which had that, the ash floating around in it.
Yeah. I mean, you do get it from time to time, but I think that's one of the selling USPs for raw cask from Blackadder is that.
Oh Lordy, we lost some water. Hold on, that was just water that dumped.
We can see it. We can see it.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. I don't know if it'll tip. Well, is it close
enough?
You can see it there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bart moves. He's like, "Here, look at this. Here's what Bart goes, look at this. Look at this.
Don't talk to Bruno."
Takes out his
looking at it. I'm like, "Quit moving it. They can't see it." That like went down my leg.
Oh shit!
A couple of names in the chat I got to hang out with in Frankfurt 2 weeks ago.
Oh, you were in Frankfurt, Germany?
Yeah, well, I was there for the Interwhiskey Festival. I was in Frankfurt 4 days, 3 days at the festival. McAllen and Rare, the doc, was our host, but we got to meet Luna Aaron as well. Wonderful to get to meet her at last.
Wow,
it was great fun.
Back up a little bit. Bart's worried about the blind and stuff, but Tabitha Adams says that I'm useless too. I mistook an Irish for a bourbon in a blind tasting dough, which I mean I could see. I mean, depending on the whiskey.
Sure.
Well, they're both going to be grain. It could be an Irish whiskey made with a lot of corn,
and there's a lot of vanillas usually that can be smoother. That can be
triple distilled.
Yeah. Or there'll be columns still produced more likely, just the same as a bourbon.
Yeah.
So yeah. And Tom Harris saying, Roy, did you meet Horst? I don't think Horst hangs out, Tom, at Interwhiskey in Frankfurt. I don't even know if Horst frequents festivals and things. Horst is very much involved in retail, isn't he? No, I didn't meet Horst.
God dang, that's good.
That is good. Boy, does that hold up? Considering we started with low budget bourbons.
For someone that you're the Pete head, I'm okay with it. That is good stuff right there. All right, well, we are an hour and 31 now, so I think we better wrap it up.
Woo!
If we want any hopes, anybody watching at a later time.
Oh, they'll watch.
I'll give you a tip before everyone disappears talking about Pete.
Do it.
I would love you to look out for. You recognize this bottling?
Portiskeag 10th anniversary.
Oh, yeah.
You have it?
Yeah.
He does.
No, it's right over there.
Dang it.
Have you opened it?
Yeah, we reviewed it.
Yeah, we had a review.
Oh, wow. So I'm interested to see how you scored it.
Oh, we scored it great.
Now, we had this at the end of year tasting at the Glasgow Whisky Club. And I want to share with you what we actually tasted in that. To put it into context, it was quite amazing. Just before you finish up, Scott, I'll tell you what the whiskies were. We had a 30-year-old Tormore to start. We had a 25-year-old Scotch Whisky Auctions Glenfarclas, a special bottling. We had a 1995 23-year-old Clynelish Signature Vintage.
Nobody likes that.
And a Delphi 21-year-old Sherry Blair Athol. We had a 26-year-old Springbank from Berry Brothers, the 21-year-old Longroad that you guys spoke about earlier on the stream, and the 19-year-old Fischl Lagavulin. And the dram of the night was this, and it's deservedly the dram of the night was this. Up against all of that. It's quite amazing. And it's not cheap for a 10-year-old. It's about, I think I paid about £70. What would that be? What you guys, about $90 or so?
Probably.
You paid?
Yeah.
157.
Actually, that was a gift when we were over there. Jason Whiskey Wise bought that for us at the Good Spirits company there for us to bring back and taste.
Well, at that time, he'd already started working for the producers of this. Jason Whiskey Wise works with Elixir now, the Whiskey Exchange. So he would have been onto this. He would have known how good it was. That's a fantastic gift to have gotten from him. That's wonderful. Well done, Jason.
Yeah.
Touch on real quick, Roy, because you had hinted you were redoing or working on your studio there and the whiskeys behind you, which had expanded.
Look at that.
Yeah, I mean, I moved, the room upstairs was tiny. It was Oh, it's 3 meters in American language. I don't know, 10 feet. I think 10. So it's 10 feet by less than 10 feet was the room I was in upstairs.
If something is like 3 here, we call it 6. We always double.
Yeah, it's American size.
So yeah, what I did is I painted the wall and everything the same color as upstairs, and then I moved everything downstairs. So I've just got more space to kind of not just for the V-pubs and things, but to work day to day, and also to shoot pre-recorded videos and things. Because the lights and everything, how much space it all takes up.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
Did you have your eye on something?
What?
Did you have your eye on something behind me? No, just
nope.
Yeah.
Just
no. I was looking at those on the over your right shoulder. I can't tell all the way back.
Kilkerrans?
Yes.
So all of these Kilkerrans. I did a stream on Thursday night, and declared Kilkerran to be my distiller of 2019. Wow. A revelation for me. They've always been good, but this year they've been able to just kind of really the range is quite deep now and compelling. The new heavily peated is wonderful, but the 8-year-old cask strength, Scott, is a sherry cask.
I've been hearing good things. I've seen pictures and seeing the colors of it. Yeah. It looks amazing.
So there's the previous 8-year-old sherry. The previous 8-year-old cask strength, and there's the new one.
Woo, nice. Now Ben Dietrich has a great comment. Roy's new background, Scott and Bart's new beards. What a time to be alive! Go Ben, go.
There's a guy that we have to make sure joins us in Scotland if we do manage to get together next year.
Yes.
All right, let's wrap it up. We're well over hour and a half mark, and right. I think we need to
Scotch it. You Scotch Scots.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. That's gone.
I got the peat wheat.
That's empty. You're gonna need to report.
I'll fake it.
Okay, fake it. Hold on. Scotch it. You Scotch gods.
Sláinte. Dummies.
Sláinte, boys. Thank you.
Thank you, Roy.